name our equations just so it's easier for us to talk about. I'm going to call them A, B, and C. How did you start this? What did we mush together? There's lots of ways you can go to start this. You just have to choose one variable to eliminate out. What are you going to do first? A and B. Just exactly as they are, that Z is going to eliminate out, so that's an absolutely valid choice to start. So we're going to take A and B. That's going to give me, just I have to have it zoomed in so I can see right carefully, our X plus 3y plus z equals 8, and our 3x plus 2y minus z equals 14. So I'm just taking these top two equations, and we're doing that over here. When we add those together, what do we get? We get 4x and 5y and 0 z's equals 8 plus 14. It should give us a 22. So the whole point of this is that the z's cancel out. So we get our 4x plus 5y equals 22. So that's our step one. Now we need to do our second pair of equations that eliminate out the same variable. How are we going to do that? What are we going to do next? We can use C, and yeah, we need something that's going to eliminate out that same variable. So B is an excellent choice. Can I just take B as it is, or do we need to multiply it by something? I was going to say, remember we're looking at to get that same letter to cancel out, so we want the z's to cancel out. B times 3. Beautiful, beautiful. So B times 3. So when I put those over here, we're going to have our C, which is our 2x minus y plus 3z equals 1. And our B times 3, that's going to be 9x plus 6y minus 3z equals 14 times 3, which I don't know off the top of my head, but I got calculators. 14 times 3, 42. So then we're going to add those two together. So looking at our x's, I've got 2x plus 9x, giving us 11x. I've got minus y plus 6y. It's going to give us a 5y. 3z plus the minus 3z gives us a 0z. And then we get 43. So again, the whole point is that something cancels out here. So we got our 11x plus 5y equals 43. Yes, sir. Not necessarily always. Good question. And if you didn't have one that we could spot right away, we would just have to multiply both equations. So like if I wanted to do A and B but make the x's cancel out, I could do that. B would have a positive 3x, x has 1. I could multiply this by minus 3. Minus 3x plus 3x would cancel out. I could take the y's and I'd have to multiply both of them. If I multiplied this one by 2, I could get to a 6y, and if I multiplied this one by 3, I could get to 6y. So I could multiply both equations to cancel anything I want to out. It's just a choice. There's not a wrong way to do it. I can do any one of them. Yes, dear.
I think you answered it, but like if I was to do B and C, instead of like doing times 2 to get a negative or negative Z, what if I did like times 2?
You could absolutely do that. The only problem is when we are on like step 2, I need to get the same letter canceled out. So since we canceled out Z's first, we've got to cancel out Z's on this one. Otherwise, we wind up with 2 equations that I can't smush together, and I'd have to do a whole other set of 3.
Wait, so are we canceling out in order?
It doesn't matter. You can cancel them out in any order. But since the first one we picked was A and B to get the Z's, because those were set up really nice, our second round, we have to eliminate out the same letter. So whatever we pick first, we could pick X's, we could pick Y's, we could pick Z's. It genuinely does not matter. But whatever we do first, we need to get the same letter canceled out over here. So the first one really kind of makes that choice for us. Because I need to wind up with an equation that has those same letters so I can get these 2 to eliminate out down to 1 letter. If these 2 don't have the same letters, there's not really anything I can do. So we've got to get these down to the same letters, or fewer. So then what we're going to look at now, we need to look at our 2 leftover guys. I need to look at the green one and the pink one. And they're not terribly set up to do some elimination here. I just have one little thing we need to do. What's one little thing we need to do? Because right now I have 4x plus 5y equals 22 and 11x plus 5y equals 43. I need one of them to have a negative so we could do elimination. If you would like to solve one of them for like an x equals or a y equals, totally valid. It is going to be fractional gross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this green one times -1 so that we get our same number with the opposite sign. That's going to give us minus 4x minus 5y equals minus 22. And then this pink one is going to come down just exactly as it is. Our 11x plus 5y equals 43. When we add those together, what do we get? Oh, I heard parts of it. Whispers are there. We get 7x, 0y's, negative 22 plus 43, 21. So we get that 7x actually equals 21 because those y's eliminated out.
3.
So our x equals 3. Yay, we have part of our answer. Huzzah. Yes, dear.
I did multiply both of them 1 time, so -5 times 5, I still got 3. So
Absolutely valid. Absolutely valid. There are so many pathways through this, which is why I keep having you guys make choices, is I want to follow wherever your brain's going, because there are so many different ways you can go through this problem. There's so many options. I want to say there's like 6 to 8 different pathways through this problem that are 100% correct. So it's just a matter of kind of making a choice. So we now have our x value. I know my x is going to be 3. I need to find my y value. We can substitute it into the pink one, into the dark green one, into the light green one, and to the pink one. That's the exact same as the pink one. Which one do you want to use? Pink, green, or dark green? Any of these 3. Again, genuinely does not matter. There's no wrong answer. Green? Let's do it. So now we're going to take our x of 3 and put it through that green equation. So we're going to have our 4, but instead of an x, we're actually going to substitute in that 3 plus 5y equals 22. Well, 4 times 3 is 12 plus 5y equals 22. We subtract 12 from both sides, we get our 5y equals 10. So what does y equal? Two. All right, now we have our x and we have our y. We're almost there. One piece left. We gotta find z. Which equation do we want to use for that? Again, there's not a wrong answer here. As long as it's got a z in it, it'll work. A? It's the first one I heard somebody say. Probably A. That's what I heard. I would also pick probably A. Because it has the letter that I still need, I would pick this one because my z in here doesn't have any numbers in front and it's not negative, so I won't have to worry about signs too badly. So if we have a positive 1 with the letter I need still, I'm going to use that one. You don't have to, but I think it's the kind of easier way to go. So I'm going to write our equation A. And that's our x plus 3y plus z equals 8. And we're going to substitute in the values we know. I know my x is 3. And we're going to have our 3 times our y, which we know is 2, plus z equals 8. Ooh, there we go. Screen moved out of me. So as we simplify, we've got 3 plus 6 plus z equals 8. What do we get for z? Yeah, what we get is actually -1 because the 3 plus 6 is going to give us 9. We minus 9 from both sides, we get -1. So our final answer, properly written in its proper form, I'm going to put it in the middle, is our x, 3, y of 2, z of -1. So this is our best answer. It's going to blink on us because my screen is changing. Oh, it's changing its mind really hard. Okay. Any questions on this? Okay. So, we actually do not have a week 7 canvas assignment, so I'm going to go over that. So, what we have is you're going to have a bunch of time to work today. You have a chapter review to work through. We have some remaining homework assignments to work on. Homework 6 is due today. Yes, sir. Yes. If you need another copy of the review packet, I have several more up here. I'm going to get the answer key for it posted. As soon as I'm done talking, I'll scan it in, and then I'll get it posted up so you can look at the answers for it with all the work. It is your review to get ready for your test that is tomorrow. Tomorrow, the test is tomorrow. It's only a day away.
lock into that test structure.
There you go.